Okay, guys, welcome back. I know we're on a live lesson here, so I'm going to go through the first question of homework, then we'll pause. And then if you have any questions, please ask them. Sorry, no. Yep, and then we'll just keep working through it like that. Okay, so this was the homework I left before the midterm. So Taylor and Cluxon, you got this on Thursday the 11th of February, and McGrath got this on Friday the 12th of February. Okay, so we have a repeating pattern made of pens. Pattern 1, pattern 2, and pattern 3. Part A is to draw pattern 4. Okay. So we just need to put another box, don't we? So like 1, 2, so there's the first one. And then we add on another one. Ooh, you know what I mean? So then we just add on another one. So I think something like that is, take that off. Pattern 4. Okay, so for part B, copy and complete the following table. One row has been done for you. So in the first pattern, which is this one here, how many pens? Just one. And how many squares? None. Okay, so in the second pattern, how many pens? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pens and 1 square. The third one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pens and 2 squares. In the fourth one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pens and 3 squares. So can we see the pattern? We're adding 3. Yep, adding 3, adding 3. So yep, there is a pattern. So there should be 13 pens making up the fifth pattern, and that should be then 4 squares. Okay, so describe in your own words the sequence for the number of pens. So the number of pens is a linear sequence with a start term of 1 and a common difference of 3. And then the second one is also a linear pattern or a linear sequence, but this one has a start term of 0 and a common difference of 1. It's gone up by 1 each time. Yep. So how many pens will the sixth pattern have? Okay, I think I can just do that here. So the sixth pattern will be 16 and 5. So how many pens will it have? It'll have 16. Yeah? Okay, I might just, I have a bit of space there, so let's go pattern number of pens, and number of squares. So I'm just going to insert a few lines here to make it look a bit like a table. And another one. There you go. Okay, so the 7th pattern then, I'm just going to continue because they just want the 10th. So I should be the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. Should be easy enough. Okay, so the 6th had 16 pens. So that means the 7th will have 17, 18, 19 pens. And we'll be up to 6 squares. The 8th then will have 22 pens and 7 squares. 25 pens and 8 squares, and 28 pens and 9 squares. So the last question there, part E, how many squares will pattern 10 have? So there's the amount of squares in pattern 10. So 9. Okay, and that's all the answers to the first question. Okay, so make sure that you have your copy open and you're marking these and you're making any changes. So if you made a mistake, you change it. If you understand the mistake, that's absolutely fine. If you don't, you need to ask a question, okay? So we'll go on here with the mechanic. A mechanic charges a certain amount when called to fix a car. It's called a call-out charge. So that'd be quite a normal thing. So if you need someone to come and fix your washing machine, just to get that person to come to the house normally costs about 60 or 70 quid. Plumbers, electricians, like people who fix gas boilers, they would all have a call-out charge. So even if they come out and they look at it and then they go, oh, I can't fix that, you still have to pay them their call-out charge. So that would be a normal thing. On top of that, she charges a fixed fee per hour. Copy and complete the table. Okay, so for 4 hours, it's 170. And then for 3 hours, what's that gone down by? 30? Yeah. So because I'm working backwards, so I need to go down by another 30, which would be 110. And then go down by another 30, which would bring us to 80, and then go down by another 30, which would bring us, to 50. Yeah? So it's going up in 30s. Yeah? So how much is her fixed fee per hour? That's how much it's going up by. So every hour it goes up by 30 euro, so her fixed fee per hour is 30 euro. How much is her call-out charge? So if you look at the top here, for no hours work, it's going to cost you 50 euro to see this mechanic. So that's the call-out charge. 50 euro is the starting price. And describe in your own words what the mechanic charges. Okay, so the mechanic charges a call-out fee of 50 euro and then 30 euro per hour after that. Yeah. So that's the mechanic. So same thing again, correct that against your work and let me know if you have any issues. Okay. So let's see where we are. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to start this by looking at, do you remember I left out one of the patterns? Okay, so that's the first thing I want to do. I want to look at the last pattern and then we're going to move on to the second chapter. Okay, so I just need to find that place. Okay. So we're going to consider this sequence. Okay, so is this sequence linear or non-linear. Okay. Okay. So here's the sequence. Okay, so let's check if it's linear. And so this is +7. This is +19. This is +37. This one is +61. This one is +91. And this one is +127. Okay, so we have no common first difference. So it's definitely non-linear. Yeah? And so let's check for the non-linear ones that we know. Okay, so we know quadratic. So quadratic, we need to look at the second difference. Okay, so going from 7 to 19, that's 12. 19 to 37, that's 18. 37 to 61 is 24. 61 to 91 is 30. And 91 to 127 is 36. So we have no common second difference. So it may be nonlinear, but it is not quadratic. So the other type of nonlinear we know is exponential, and that's where you multiply to go from term to term. So I can figure out what I'm multiplying by here by doing 8 divided by 1. That means 1 times 8 makes 8. Okay, and then if I try to figure out what I'm multiplying by here, I do 27 divided by 8, and apparently I'm multiplying by 3.375. So to get from 8 to 27, you need to multiply by 3.375. Next one, I'm not going to do many of these. So what do I have to multiply 27 by to get to 64? So I did 64 divided by 27, and I'm getting like 2.37037, and it goes on. Okay? That is not a common, do you remember it was called a common ratio? So we are not multiplying by the same number each time. So that means that it may be nonlinear, but it is not exponential. Okay, do you remember we looked, was it this one? Yeah, see this one here? So to go from term to term, we were multiplying by the same number every time. So that made it exponential. Here, we're multiplying by different numbers every time, so it's not exponential. Okay, so there's one more type. Okay, right. So to check whether it was linear, we did the first difference. To check whether it was quadratic, we did the second difference. Now, I don't know if you spotted this when I was doing it, but you can look at the third difference. okay? And look at it. From 12 to 18, that's plus 6. From 18 to 24 is plus 6. 24 to 30 is plus 6. 30 to 36 is plus 6. So what we have here is a common third difference. Okay, you just go down another layer. This, as we predicted, is a non-linear sequence, and like the others, this one has a special name. It's called cubic. Okay, so where am I here now? Here. So a linear pattern has a common first difference. A quadratic pattern has a common second difference. We've now learned that a cubic pattern has a common third difference. And then an exponential pattern has a common ratio, and the ratio means you're going to be multiplying to get from there to there. So they are all 4 of the patterns that you will need to know for these. And that'll be the case the whole way through, literally the whole way through, all the way through to 6th year. There's no more patterns that you learn. Okay. So the second chapter then on this number patterns 2, do you know what? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to concentrate on these 4 today, and your homework. Can I put it up here maybe? Yeah, let's just go out to the side a bit more. Okay. Okay, so homework for the 22nd of February. State whether the following sequences are linear, quadratic, cubic, or exponential. Okay. That's really annoying. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 sequences. I'll put them into the homework journal, and you just have to go through, do the first difference, the second difference, the third difference, look at the ratio and decide whether it's which of the 4 it is. Okay?